Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is
Randall, aka Shizukatz.
And welcome to our first gameplay video featuring the new BanG cards from the BanG Extra Boosters, Pop and Party Roselia, as well as Razor Suilin Morphonica. In this game, I'm going to be playing the BanG Volume 2 Level 1 tie with the Jumpin' Girls Climax, and then I'm going to be going into the Level 3 Remake Climax, the new Climax combo, where I can pay 1, discard the Level 0 Saya to burn 1 twice.
And on my end, I'm going to be playing a lot of the new cards from the Morphonica and Razor Suilin Extra Booster. In particular, the Climax combos I'm going to be playing. This is a build that has seen quite a bit of play in the JP format, and if you guys want to know a little bit more about this deck, you guys can go check out the description for a deck profile on my channel where I detail my version in Japanese. But we're going to be playing the level 1 Nanami combo from the Extra Booster that has an on-attack discard a music character to look at up to 5 instead of the usual 4 that you see on like Mashu from FGO. And you can choose up to 2 music characters hand to hand. And then our level 3 Mashiro has an ability to summon more music characters from Waiting Room when her attack gets cancelled at level 3. So the idea behind this deck with this Mashiro is we're going to try to get our opponent to very lethal range and then just try to use Mashiro attacks to basically loop into herself over and over again.
And yeah, like when Randall said, definitely go check out his deck profile on this particular deck. He's been working on it for quite a long time now, as both of us are big BanG fans, but Randall in particular has been testing BanG in the Japanese format for quite some time now. So he has a lot of in-depth details about that particular deck that you guys will definitely want to check out. So go check that video out, and without further ado, let's get right into it.
Meanwhile, on your side, not too familiar with some of these new cards, so this is kind of a homebrew sort of list. Right?
Yeah, this is definitely just something I put together. I had a couple of test games beforehand, but we'll see how it goes. I think ideally, the thing I would want to try the most would be, if I want to try the level 3 Remy finisher, would be the Happy Christmas Kasumi from BanG Volume 1. Unfortunately, I don't have access to those cards right now, so we're going to try to see if this level 1 tie with that irritating girl event from the first set that gives you stock can help me get enough gas to have good lethal chances.
Still a strong combination of cards as ever.
Yeah. All right.
So I'll be going first. Let's see what we got here. For my opening, I'm going to be discarding 2 cards.
Okay, and I'm going to be discarding 3.
And definitely something to look forward to in this particular game is this very strong combination at level 2 between the Choo Choo early play and a 2-1 Pareo that hopefully we will get to show off this game. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by clocking this Choice Climax, drawing 2. And we're going to start off our game with our ideal turn 1 play, the level 0 Nanami. Which, if I have 1 or less other characters on stage, she goes up to 3/5, and she is a runner to specifically the front left slot. So it plays a little bit differently from center runners. It doesn't have to deal with potentially opponent having give center power 500. So pretty unique, and sometimes if your opponent is unfamiliar with the card, they'll just play right into it. So we're going to direct for 3 though for our first attack.
Cancel and draw for turn. I'm going to clock my level 3 Remy and draw 2. Okay, so we can't deal with that card. We're just going to do a singular attack and just call it a day, I think. The question is, what do we want to attack with? And I think we'll attack with this Rui. So Rui has 2 effects. She's a Climax Swapper on play, but also she has on play the top 2 cards of my deck. And then if there's a level 0 character among them, then she gets no side penalty. But we're probably just going... It doesn't matter for this instance. I want to put it on my right-hand side, because if he wants to answer my Rui with his runner, then he'll have to put it here, and he won't be able to run next turn. So he'll have to have something else here to kill it. So I'm going to go ahead and go into attack phase.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move here, reduce that incoming damage.
Okay, so here I want to think about crashing, actually. Because there is the possibility... Actually, no. If he gets the level 0 bomb, he can remove the slot. But I think I want him to go for that. If he doesn't have it, maybe he needs to Yukina Riki for it. And I just want to... I think I just want to make him have it, so I'll side here. As for 2, I'll salvage. Salvage my level 1 combo.
Alright, able to secure your combo. Nice.
Alright, go for it.
Alright, draw for turn. And I'm gonna go ahead and clock this pants. Don't worry about how many climaxes I'm out. Alright, we have a pretty interesting line that we're gonna go for here. So I'm gonna play Yuki no Riki using her effect, pay 1, clock the top card of my deck, and search for a level 1 or lower character. Definitely a great addition to...
At long last, BanG Dream finally has on play pay 1 clock self search.
Yeah, so I'm gonna search for the Nanami level 1 combo.
Okay.
It's gonna set us up for our level 1 game. BanG Dream did previously get the level 0 layer salvage Riki, but now we have access to a search Riki.
Yeah, especially when we're just starting the game on our turn 2 or turn 3, chances are we're going to have a lot more targets that are in our deck. Instead of salvage, where usually we won't have as many options.
Yep. Alright, saw dude.
He had it.
Alright, so we're going to play our Sayo here. She's going to remove the Rui, and at the same time it's going to open up that left slot so that our Nanami potentially gets to run there next turn, while also simultaneously, when this is no longer on the field, the Nanami is going to go back up to 3-5 power.
Great synergy there for sure.
So I'm going to start my attack phase by fronting here for 2.
That's a climax.
And I'm not going to salvage. It's
Okay.
going to be for 2.
Cancel.
And I will use the effect to bottom deck.
Okay.
We will direct with the Yukina for 3.
1, cancel.
Hello.
Hello?
And then 1 more direct for 2.
We are headed towards an interesting game here. Okay. I'll draw for turn. And then I'm going to go ahead and clock my level 3 tie to draw 2. Alright, this is pretty interesting. So Randall, what does that other effect on Yukina do?
So when during this card's battle, when damage that I take is cancelled, I can return her to my hand. That being said, I'm out quite a lot of climaxes.
So we're gonna hope that you don't cancel. So I'm gonna play my level 0 Pareo. She is a double rare from the new set. On play, reveal top. And it misses. For this particular instance, it doesn't matter though. But if I did hit a music character, she gets 1500 and 1 level until the end of turn, and then she's also a clean cut.
Yeah. Thankfully though, this Yuki no Riki only 1500 base, so you just have to worry about the potential cancel.
Yeah, that's a concern for sure.
Yeah. What's really funny about the Yuki no Riki canceling is that typically, if your opponent cancels a lot at 0, sometimes the option opens up for the opposing player to just pass, and then like they would get stuck at level 0 potentially. But the funny thing is that with the Yuki no Riki going back to hand, you can potentially use her on play ability again, and then just boost yourself up to level 1 anyway. So it's kind of a catch-22 for your opponent if that ends up happening.
Alright, so I'm going to play my Brainstorm, and then I'm also going to play this level 0 Rimi. The Rimi back row is just a top self Brainstormer salvage from Girlfriend Party Volume 1. The Rimi is a new card from the new set. When I play a Climax, I can pay 1 and mill the top 2 cards of my deck, and then salvage a Pop-In Party character from my Weiru, whose level is X or lower, the combined level of the 2 milled cards. I think I'm going to be a bit more proactive here, and play a Climax. Hopefully he doesn't cancel the 2. If he does cancel the 2, it's pretty rough, but I think I want to take this opportunity, since it does seem like he's out quite a number of Climaxes, to really push for it. Because, yeah, he has 2 in clock, 1 in waiting room, 1 in hand, or 1 in stock, and he didn't salvage, so I'm like pretty sure he has like 1 or 2 in hand at least. So.
Well, I didn't salvage because I have a full hand.
Oh, okay. I think that's it, and then we do have a Climax here, but we're gonna pay it out with the Rimi, and that looks good to me. I can't kill the Nanami, but I might be a bit of an overextension. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we do that. Okay, let's. I don't know if I'm quite comfortable with playing another card here. No, I think I should. Yeah. I think I should start fighting for board or trying to make him use more resources so that he doesn't get to just have a free character live. So I'm actually going to play another Pario. It'll still miss, but I will be able to tie both lanes for the Naname because I can assign 500 power here. Yeah, so that's what I'll go ahead and do. At start of my climax, I'll give 500 to this Pario, and then I'm going to play a 1k1. When I play the climax, pay 1 on the Rimi, mill 2, then salvage a level 1 or lower Poppin' Party, and then I'm going to grab this level 1 Saya.
Okay, so staying here is definitely the correct play here because otherwise then he gets 2 chances to activate Clean Cut. So like this is going to tie anyway.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to chill right here.
Yeah, and then the stage position wouldn't have mattered because he can just move wherever he wants. So I'm going to go ahead and front here with my Rimi. She is 3-5, 4-2.
1, 2, take the 2. We did get our yellow. It's very important to get yellow for level 1 in this deck. There's not a whole lot of yellow, so you kind of just take what you get. But this is definitely the ideal.
One of the other reasons why this card, this Nanami, is so good, besides being a level 0, really good level 0, is because of the crucial yellow fix. Alright, here's to hoping, fingers crossed, that he doesn't cancel. Front here for 2.
Nope.
Alright, so I do get the reverse, and then I will go ahead and move my Rimi to the back row, and then I'm going to direct attack for 3.
1, 2, 3. We'll take the 3.
I was hoping I would trigger, but it did not happen.
So now I think about it, we didn't bring this up earlier, but oh, actually no. I was thinking like maybe you could swap these, but this one's actually not strong enough, right? Because this one also missed.
Yes, because this is 2k and 3. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna draw for turn, and I'm gonna see if I can get out of this first deck right now. We've got some climax combos in our hand, so before I make any decisions, I do want to see how much I'm going to be able to mill through my deck this turn. And it looks like if I clock here, I need 3 more mill from somewhere. I do want to clock though anyway, as this isn't making me level up, and it will give me more potential resources that I can look at. Quite interesting. So what we're going to go for here is playing these 2. I'm going to play a runner and then also this new level 1 back row. Again, another yellow card definitely helps to fill out that yellow color line, and definitely I think that's a reason why running this is important. So we're going to use her ability, pay 1, mill 2, and add the levels.
And pay 1, tap 2, mill 2, add the levels.
So I can salvage a 3 or lower here. And I do have consideration to grab the level 0 Choo Choo here because I do want to have potentially some discard out. So let's think. So if I just grab that, play this, and then we're going to go up to 7 hands, so I'm not going to have any chance to get any extra cards out of my hand by going overhand. So how do we want to do this? I think this is going to be the go-to play anyway. I'm going to grab the Choo Choo, and then I'm going to use her effect. We're going to gamble on this being able to grab our combo potentially. So
he's banking on a level 1 or higher.
Yeah, so we're going to use Choo Choo's effect. On play, we discard a card, reveal the top card of our deck, and it is a 1 or higher, so we're going to use that effect to grab our copy of the Nanami, and it did allow us to get that extra climax out of our hand, which is exactly what we want. And then now we're going to go in with the triple combo.
Very solid.
And then with these, this is going to allow us to mill through all of this because this is super clean right now. And unfortunately, unable to get that last copy of the climax out from deep in the stock, but I think it's a small price to pay to be able to
get rid of all the damage.
Get out of here, yeah. All right, so in addition to her other effect, she is also a global 5, so Nanami is going to go up to 5/5 from her own effect. If you have 2 or more other characters, goes up to 5/5 in addition with the global 5, so it'll be 6k, 7k.
Yep.
All right, so going in with the first instance of the ability, I'm going to attack with the direct first because I want to see if I can get you to go to exactly 1-0. And then you have to choose what color you want without any overflow information. So we're going to look through our top few cards, see if there's anything we like. one of the cards that we pick up, we're going to be discarding for future instances of the ability anyway. So we want to just grab the best one that's available +1. And I think the best one available here is the Tsukushi Fukujiro. And we're just going to grab this Mashiro that we're going to end up discarding anyway. And this is going to be for 4, actually. Okay. So we did get the overswing.
Cancel on 1.
All right. Going in with the second one, we're going to discard that copy of the Mashiro that we got. We're going to take a look what we can find. So let's see. So there are 4 here, 1 here, 1 here. And I'm going to go a little bit further. And I think the cards I'm going to grab here are the... I'll take the copy of the Nanami and then just one other card. I'm
right,
probably going to discard
discard father.
Yeah. And this is going to be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2 is good.
And then for our last attack, I'm going to go ahead and discard that Climax Swapper. And we're going to go slowly here. We still have Climaxes still in the deck, so don't know where we will need to stop yet. I think I will go 1 more, though. And the cards I'm going to grab here. So now, since we aren't discarding any more cards, we do just get our pick of the lot, and we get to keep whatever we want. So I'm going to take the Free Fresh Counter, Arisa, and the 2-1 Pareo.
Okay.
That goes into our level 2 game. And this is going to be for 2.
It doesn't trigger. Wow. Okay. I do level. I don't think in this matchup I'm going to need this Tai as much. It can deal with the level 2 Pario, but then he just encores it. And I don't really have other red I want to level here, so I'll go ahead and level that. Okay.
Alright, so on the defensive, all of my Nanamis are going to be 6k, and I'm currently out 5 Climaxes. Oh, by the way, one detail that we did not mention at the beginning of the video is that we, similar to the BanG Dream, or not similar to the BanG Dream, similar to the Ruby profile that we did recently upload, this deck is running 5 choice Climaxes, 3 pants, getting that extra choice trigger.
Yep. Okay, draw for turn. Okay, so here I have to make a decision on what to clock, and that really depends on what I think he's going to do next turn. So I'm going to need to check to see what kind of hand he has. We should have quite a... You have full hand?
I have 6 hand.
6 hand, okay. And we know there's a Choo Choo, there is a Refresh, there is a Nana, no, there's the level 0 Fukajiro. My main thing right now is I want to check how many of the Choo Choo he's out, because that's most likely going to be his next play. And he has 3 out here, and I don't think he triggered any in the last 3 stock. And he has 1 stock buried there. So as far as I can remember, I know 4 of his stock, and they're not Choo Choos. So I have to assume that he just has 1 in hand. So right now I'm putting him on 1 and 1 of the Choo Choo Pareo, and how am I going to deal with that? That's what I'm thinking. He also is out 3 choice and 2 pants. So if he's only 5 out here, 6 there, he probably has 1 in hand, and he probably has 1 left in deck.
No, it's just 2 here.
Well, maybe. Okay, so given that information, what are we clocking here? I think since he does have a full board of his Climax combo, this clean cut just can't get over power. So we'll clock that and draw 2. Okay. Alright, that's not the worst. Okay, we are out 6. So we do need to go through our deck. Thankfully, I think we can do that with our Brainstorm, and then tie. Every tie is going to be 3 cards, another 3 cards. Remy is 2 cards, and then last attack is 1 card, leaving us with 3 cards left in deck, which is okay. But we're definitely always brainstorming here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm. 2, 3, 4 whiff, no problem. Okay, next we're going to play our level 1 side that we grabbed last turn on play. I can pay 1 and then summon a cost 0 from my weight room. And then at the end of my turn, if that character is still on the board, she goes to memory. So I'm going to summon my level 1 Climax combo and then play another copy of my level 1 combo. let's double check the math. Every tile goes through 3 cards. So 3/3, mill, re-meet with 2, attack with the last card, 3 cards left in deck. That's acceptable enough. Okay, so I'm going to assign 500 power. I can't kill this last lane, unfortunately, even with my 1k1 and 500, because that is 6,000 to my 55. So that back row definitely put in the work. So that being said, I'm just gonna put 500 here.
Sounds good.
And I'll play 1k1 and then activate Remy's effect when I play Climax, pay 1, mill 2, and then I can salvage a level 3 or lower Pop and Party. Okay, so what do we want to get for our next turn? That's the biggest question. I think given that I am out 3 of my Remy level 3s already, I think at this point we can just start going for that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a copy of my level 3 Remy finisher, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, do I want to... I'm not sure if I want to side this yet, because I might want to... If he has a Climax on the last card of his deck, and then he also cancels twice, he can't early play anymore. So maybe I want to front and crush my guy, so that he has a higher chance of canceling, so he doesn't get to early play. Alternatively, if I side here and the one sticks, he levels. And that's pretty attractive too. Okay, I think I'm going to gamble on guessing that he has another choice in hand, and then I'm going to side here and try to go for the 50-50.
And he's still going to trigger.
And I'm still going to trigger. Side. I triggered. It's definitely a trigger.
I think I'm okay with that, though.
What are we getting? I think we can go with a copy of... Let me check.
You do need to hunt down those Sayas for your late game as well.
Exactly, yeah, because my level 3 Remy does require discarding this particular Saya, so... But maybe it's a bit too early. I also have to consider how I'm going to pay the stock out. If I want to pay the stock out. I think I do. I'm actually going to grab the copy of the Saya. It gives me more options next turn.
Okay.
Okay, so that's side for 1.
Hey.
I did it! Okay. Next, I'm going to front here. Climax combo on attack. I show the top 3 cards of my deck, and then Randall gets to choose 1 card to give to me.
Do I want to give you a piece of your end game, a piece of your end game?
Or nothing.
Or you can have the Yuki no Riki.
Okay, and then I can choose up to 1 to put back on my deck, right? Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can discard both, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which I think you definitely should.
Yeah. I totally forgot I could just discard both. So I will discard both. And now trigger. And that's for 2.
Alright, yeah. Me canceling on that top card there was huge, because it not only means that I'm not refreshing all this
That's so
garbage,
unfortunate.
but it also means that I'm basically guaranteed to be able to early play unless I cancel this and refresh Point Climax and cancel.
Yeah, the outcome of that 50-50 side there would have changed the dynamic of the rest of this game quite a bit.
Yep.
So here I think I am...
Tap?
Yeah, tap.
Okay.
Here I think I am on I'm pretty poor footing now, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like, the most you can do here is now that I'm at level 2,
I just want to try to stick more damage.
Yeah, just push it in. Alright, refresh point.
Yep. Okay, and then final attack. Go ahead and front. Look at 3. Give me this and not these other good cards. So, that is one of the downsides of this tie combo, is that without the 1-0 event to help you grab something else you want, I'm just getting a bunch of garbage right now.
Yeah.
At the very least, though, I have milled the rest of my deck out, and I'm going to front here for 3.
Yeah. Cancel, perfect.
Oh my goodness, that was not good. Okay, I'm overhand, so I'll discard hand. Discard that.
Okay, so...
Alright, and then this also goes to memory.
Sure. I'd like to check waiting room, please. Alright, so let's take a look. Mike is currently out 7 with the 8th one in his stock. And... Alright, so we will see what we can do with this turn. So I will draw for turn. That's a pretty good card to draw.
Says he as he draws Choo Choo 3-2. Please no. Please no.
Not quite.
Not that good.
It's pretty good though. From this point on in the game, particularly playing this deck, you do want to be taking absolute control of the board, and a big part of that means that you probably don't have to clock for very much resources. The end game for this deck is also extremely low resource, so I'm going to not clock here. And we're going to start with a Choo-Choo early play. This can be early played when I have 2 or less climaxes. And she does not heal immediately. She actually heals at the encore step of the turn that we put her into play. And so we'll heal later on. And she also gets 1k power for each of my music characters in my back row. We're going to follow that up with a copy of the 2-1 Pareo, and these 2 cards combo extremely well. This is
the 1-2 punch.
Very, very oppressive level 2 game with this combination. So as long as the 3-2 Choo-Choo is in my front row, the 2-1 Pareo, who starts at only 5k, she's going to go up to 10-5 Hand Encore, which is just absolutely huge. But on top of that, she also gives every copy of this 3-2 Choo-Choo 2,000 power, cannot be reversed by auto abilities, twin drive, and cannot be targeted by my opponent's effects. So just, you field these 2, and it's just...
You guys heard that right. Those were definitely a lot of words from the English language that were put together. And man, that's really disgusting. So so overall, just to summarize. So the Pareo is 10-5 with Hand Encore, as long as Choo-Choo's on the board. Choo-Choo is... Well, Choo-Choo gets 1,000 per every back row. So he's 13k with a Pareo, is hexproof, can't be reversed by auto effects, has twin drive, and anything else I'm missing?
No, that's
okay.
That's all.
That's it. That's it doesn't have like burn 1 on attack or something. So yeah, this is definitely one of the big reasons to play Bane Dream with a new set, if you're looking for more kind of like a competitive oriented mindfulness, because this combination of cards, it's
oppressive.
So oppressive.
Yeah, especially when you're able to field multiple Choo-Choos, multiple Pareos. Because this Pareo, she doesn't even work only in the front row or the back row. She just works from anywhere.
Yep.
So it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And we're going to see if we can get a second copy here. Try to bolster up our board even more. So we're going to use our Toko's effect. Pay 1, mill 2. We're looking for a 2 or higher here. That's a 0. That's a 0. Okay.
At least some light at the end of the tunnel here.
Yep. So off of that... I have a dank idea. So against Mike's deck, he doesn't have a lot of options against a gigantic level 2 board.
Nope.
He does have bombs in his deck, but they are reversers.
Yep.
So currently the Choo-Choo is able to stave off reversers, but we do know, or at least I know from prior knowledge, is that the 2-1 Tae does have a bounce effect, so she would potentially be able to get rid of my Pareo and then take out the Choo-Choo.
The 2-1 Tae in my deck, I am running it. It's on play. I can discard a Poppin' Party to bounce any one of his characters, and then it's an anti-level regular reverser.
And with that in mind, we're going to go for a very high roll play here.
Oh my gosh!
So we're going to play our Tsukushi. We're going to first use her... actually, do I want to use her Brainstorm ability?
I've never seen that ability used at level 2.
Oh, I've definitely used this at level 2.
Okay.
Exactly for situations like this. So she has a Brainstorm ability. I don't think I'm actually going to be using it here. I think what we're going to be doing is using her other effect. Yeah, I think that is the way to go. We're going to use her other effect, an act ability, discarding 2 cards and sacrificing herself.
Yeah.
And that's going to allow me to play any music character whose level is equal or lower than my current level, which is 2. And that's how we're going to get our second Pareo on the board.
Alright, guys. We're not killing that board. Ever.
Alright.
Period.
That's what we like to hear. And with that, we're just going to take control of this entire front row.
Alright. How hand size?
3.
Okay, so we're definitely going to start going for the mindfulness of trying to get good compression and then just try to poke at him. Hopefully he can win. We are still 1 level up right now, so hopefully we can just poke him until he's died. But yeah, board-wise, we're not getting over that board.
Yep, alright, so now going into attacks. So I chose not to use the Brainstorm effect earlier, so how am I going to pay that climax out? I think we'll go ahead and use this twin drive that my Choo-Choo gets from my Pareo. So we'll twin drive, pay that out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to trigger twice. Oh, choice on the first one. So,
not necessarily the worst.
Yeah, we are able to get more resources this way. And I think what I'm going to do with this is start setting up a bit for the late game. I did discard a copy of the Mashiro when I used that Tsukushi effect, and I think I'm going to take this opportunity to get it back.
Okay, so it tells me that he only has one Mashro, I think, because I think if he had one Mashro, he wouldn't salvage another one with only 3 cards in hand.
And then for the second trigger, it's going to be...
So that's for 2. Okay, so I'm going back 7, and I'm missing the gate I triggered in stock.
Yep.
Here you are.
Alright.
Finish damage, and then refresh point. Okay,
Alright.
I am reversed.
Let's go for a direct attack next with our first Pareo. This is going to be for 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I do level. And now we're looking for a red card, and this Remy is perfect. Wait, no, red-blue card. Okay. Yeah, this Pyro does nothing.
Yeah. Not against this board, it
Nope,
doesn't.
Nope.
The most it would do is let you get top check information, which...
Yeah, the
Isn't
other
super
blue
relevant.
cards here are definitely more useful. So
Yeah, and then finally in front with our Pareo for 2.
okay, yeah, I do cancel this one. Okay,
So at the encore step, my Choo-Choo will get to Kiyomi for 1.
all right, and then I'll go for turn. Okay, how do we do?
How do we do? Yes.
How do we do? Scooby Dooby Doo.
This is the kind of board where when you read it to your opponent for the first time, they're just like,
Okay, so yeah,
excuse me?
I definitely could have dealt with 1 Pario Choo-Choo, but 2 Pario Choo-Choos, not so much. At the very least, though, I can contest, or try to contest, his Parios. Make him, discard Encore if he wants to keep those around. In the meantime, though, I do think I want to maybe try to draw a Climax, so I'll go ahead and clock this and draw 2. Okay.
So just reminders on the power. This is 15-5, and these are both 11, because I do have the global 5 in the back.
What are we doing here? Okay, so I think we have 2 options. We can play this, and then... actually, since we didn't draw a Climax, we can't even actually contest the Parios. Okay. At this point, I think it's just ram, and then hopefully he swings into me through a lot of big directs, and then hopefully I can cancel. But in the meantime, though, I think we're just gonna go with the...
Crash, Splish, Splash.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 1 to summon a Saya. When Saya is reversed, I can look at up to the top 3 cards of my deck and add up to 1 Climax I see. If I add a Climax, I can add it to my hand and discard a card. So if I don't trigger any pants this turn to salvage a Climax, I can still hopefully, have 3 chances to get a Climax. And then I'm going to play this to see what my top card is. It's a Climax.
Potential brainstorm option now.
Yeah, definitely looking to brainstorm now, especially since I know that's also a Climax. So I'm going to brainstorm. Oh, wait, that's a Climax. Brainstorm. Salvage. Oh no! That's really bad.
I know what I'm doing next.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh no, everything's going downhill from here, boys. Okay, I'm gonna grab these.
Yeah, so this is the kind of gameplay that when you're playing this deck, you just kind of get to watch your opponent struggle and try to get out of situations. What was the third card?
Oh, right, salvage. Holy moly.
Yeah, so when you're in the driver's seat with this control of the board, you literally just draw a card and then turn 3 cards sideways every turn. Because you're not losing board, you don't need a clock to try to replenish hand, and your opponent is the one that has to do all the work here.
Man, Weiss Choo-Choo X-Proof. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's think. How do we get out of here? This is really bad. I have 5, 10, 15, 17 cards. Alright, if I salvage this 3, that's 2 more cards.
That is also potential for a free side attack because of her other ability. So potentially softening the incoming blows.
Alright, so let's see. Every Saya mills me 3. So I have 2 Sayas, and then a Rui, and then 3 attacks. I'm still off by 6.
If you're unable to mill through all of it, probably committing too many Sayas might not be the right choice because you do need to save copies of those in your hand for endgame.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, though, if I take a bunch of damage here, I think it's over anyways. Yeah, this is rough. Okay, what are we doing here? And there's the climax there. It might be the case where I just need to hope that I don't trigger any more climaxes, and then hope I can cancel once or twice.
Well, currently in the waiting room there are 4.
There's 4. Yep.
4
and
plus
then
1.
There's 1 there too.
Well, if there's 3 climaxes in deck, that's potential 3 cancels.
Yeah, so I think given this scenario, I kind of have to hope I
Just get lucky, honestly, because the amount of resources I would need to spend to try to get myself to better deck state might be a bit too rough if I want to, have finishers and resources to try to end the game. Okay, so let's see how many cards we can use up before we have full hand. So right now we have 7 hand, this goes up to 10 hand. I can play 3 more characters. But I do need to save the Sayas in my hand still. Boy, this is rough. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm getting.
Okay.
So these 3. Then I'm going to mill 2 with the Rui. So I do a mill level 0 character, so she gets to side without penalty. And then I think I'm not going to pay out that last stock. I think I'd rather value the 4 stock going into my next turn more. So we're just going to take it as is and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play over this Remy. Actually, do I want the Brainstorm more? I'll play over this Remy. I'll play a level 1 Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I have too much hand. And I think that's it. I don't think I can do anything else with... Well, yeah, no, I think I want to save the stock. Unless we want to pay 1, discard 1 to push 1 damage. Okay. Yeah, this is what we'll go with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna side for 1.
Take the 1.
And then I'm going to front for 2.
Take the 2.
Okay. And then I'm going to front for 1.
Take the 1.
Okay. On reverse. Okay, let's see how many cards are in my deck. 5, 10, 12. So there's 3 and 12. I'm gonna mill.
So far, so good.
3 and 10. Alright, I think we're chilling.
Okay, so...
Alright, so
yep.
add this card, or I can't add anything, so nothing happens. Mm-hmm. And then end of turn. Hand size.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to stand and draw. Nothing really changed about my ratios in deck, so I think we're just chilling for another turn. Do have the option to try to grab my Climax Swapper right now, just to try to see if I can fish for the Pants Climax. Although, there's only 1 Pants Climax here, and I know the other 2 are still in deck, so if I do trigger it, I might just add it to my hand off that instead. I think we'll sit on the possibility of getting that Pants Climax off of a trigger. And because of that, yeah, I think this is probably all we're going to be doing this turn. So I'm going to just go straight to attack phase.
Yeah,
now.
sometimes the best thing to do is to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think I want the Choo Choo to direct, just so I have a higher chance of canceling the 3. And if he wants to twin drive to maybe pay out some climaxes, he has a higher chance of triggering even more. So I'm going to remove the Rig here.
All right. Let's go with a direct first. Let's just
the effect from the level 1 reading.
Right. So let's go with a direct first. Just test the waters.
Yep.
This is going to be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel.
Oh, got one of those cancels out of the
Alright.
way. Maybe opening the gates for Choo Choo to come in with some big
No.
damage. Let's front attack here. This doesn't apply to Mike's deck in particular, but you don't have to worry about anti-change just because of the hexproof given by the Pareo.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much attack in whatever order you want.
Anti-change, can't target the choo-choo because it's hexproof. Oh,
Right.
There's that trigger we talked about where you got to salvage your pants.
Got the pants. So we're going to get the pants back off.
Okay, so that's 2. 2's good. Okay.
All right, and then with the Choo Choo, we're going to go ahead and use the Twin Drive, paying that out. And it's for 3.
3. Okay, let's hopefully cancel. Yes!
Nice.
Oh, that was really big for me. Okay.
And-
You have 6 cards in hand?
I have 6 hand, yeah.
Okay. Alright, draw for turn. Okay, and we know we have one more in there. What is that? That's a pants. Which is not very helpful for us right now. Let's see. What do we want to do? How many are you out?
I'm out 3 in waiting room right now.
Okay. So he probably has 2 left.
7 card deck.
3. He has no. He paid that climax out already. Okay. This turn is going to be another turn where we just swing for 1s, most likely, because we do want to try to stick some damage. And if I swing for 2s and 3s, he's very likely to going to cancel most of them. Okay, so with that in mind, what are we doing this turn? We want to try to assemble our endgame pieces, while at the same time try to deal some damage. We do know we have 1 more climax left in there. How are we going to resolve that? Ideally, I want to refresh with 7, but I'm not sure that's possible here. Just because the only card that can mill me on play in my deck would be my Rui, which I obviously used last turn. If I clock... Clocking seems like a bad idea. It honestly might just be another turn of chumps.
Okay, so how many climax in waiting room and how many of each?
Okay, so there are 6 out, and there's 3 of each.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to chump here, and then I am going... If I trigger... Actually, no. I have the ability to have knowledge. So I'm not going to clock, and then I'm going to play a Pario. I'll play real top. Okay, so that is my last climax there. So that secures my level 3 combo. I kind of just need to not die, and then I can have combo next turn. I can't get it back in my deck because I don't have the cards to do so. So I think the next best thing is just hope for the best. So I'm going to just play guys. I don't think I want to play anything here. Okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm going to front, salvaging my level 3 Remy, and that's for 2.
That's going to cancel.
Okay. Expected. I'm going to front here, and that's for 1, and then going back 6.
All right. Wait, 6?
Oh, it's 6. 5. Sorry, 5.
Okay, sticks the 1. Wonder if I can eke out 1 more cancel here. That would be kind of huge.
Yeah, he's 4 cards left in deck.
5.
5 cards left in deck. I would say probably like a... In my favor, but you know, you never know.
Probably like a 30-ish% chance to cancel here.
Alright, here you are. Refresh 1. Front. For 1.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, so we are going to have these cards going back in with the refresh. I'm going to go ahead and level my Yuki Noriki here. Alright, so we're going to stand and draw. Okay. So I think the strategy from here is going to be something along the lines of getting this extra choice out of my hand. Thankfully, we do have the means to do that. So, I believe. Do we? Where is...
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo no está aquí.
It is no está aquí. I think the line he was probably thinking about was using his back row, salvaging the choo-choo, and then using choo-choo probably.
Yeah. With that in mind, we do have a secondary option to get it out of our hand, which is our level 0 Saya. So that is what we're going to be going for here instead.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and use the effect, pay 1, mill 2. Okay, 3 plus 0. We can salvage whatever we want. And off of that, I'm going to grab the Saya.
Okay.
And then we're going to play Saya here. Using her effect on play. So she has 2 on play effects. We're going to use the drop salvage first. So we're going to pay 1, discard this extra choice, and that is going to grab us. That is going to grab us the Tsukushi Brainstorm, I think.
Okay.
And then her second effect, mandatory, we do have to mill 2.
Yeah. How many Mashros are going back?
2 Mashros going back.
2 Mashros going back. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty important. Well, I guess you don't really have that much control over it, but it's really important for the BanG player to, if they do want to go for combo, to know where their Mashros are, especially if you remember their positions in stock if you triggered any, because Mashro summoning another Mashro allows you to continue her Climax combo, and every time your opponent cancels, you can summon another copy of herself. So you could potentially, attack with a new Marshal up to 4 times for the number of copies of Marshals you have in your deck. But he's going back with 2 Marshals, which makes me feel kind of good, I guess. So hopefully I can live this turn.
Alright, so the second mill from the Saya, and then finally refresh point. And after that, I'm just going to...
You went back 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just going to play one of the Mashiros using her on-play heal effect. Just heal myself back down to 3-0. And then...
Yeah, it seems like he's just gonna attack.
Chill for a turn,
Okay.
I think. Alright, hopefully not trigger any climaxes though. So we're going to direct first, right as I say that. We're going to... I'm going to pick up the free fresh counter.
Okay.
And that's going to be for
That's
2.
4, 2. 1, 2. 2 is good. I level. The one tie.
Okay.
Okay.
So I do have the option to go for Twin Drive here to pay that out, but the thing is that if I Twin Drive, the more chances I have to trigger further climaxes, and it's not like I'm in a super rush to pay that out. I have...
Yeah.
I've really
At this
just
point, it
refreshed.
doesn't really matter if you pay it out or not, because it's not going to go to next refresh.
Yeah. So we're going to direct for 2.
1, 2. 2's good.
And then finally we're going to direct for 3, 4.
Oh god, if I take this, okay. If I take this, I would have been in quite a pinch. Okay. Draw for turn. That's a really good draw, actually.
Alright, you need to not kill me.
That's a very good draw. Because what it allows us to do is it allows us to double combo. So now the question is, do we want to clock and try to get triple combo? I do have the prerequisite stock for triple combo. If I want to triple combo 3 remeets, all I need is 7 stock, which I have currently. I'm also going to play 2 remeets regardless, so I will heal down to 3-0. If I clock once, it'll go to 3-1. The Parios are 11k. Is there any world where I bounce one of your characters with the tie? Or not bounce, send to memory. I don't think it does that much here. even if I bounce one of your characters, the other choo-choo is still 13-5, and I just can't get over that regardless. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to play this card. If that's the case, I think I'm going to be attacking with these 3 characters if I don't draw more Remis. And these 3 all heal, so I'm going to clock. Okay. So first I'm going to play my level 0 Cosme. I'm going to discard a Climax to salvage any music character. I'm going to salvage level 0 Saya. Then I'm going to play a Remi. I'll play heal. Play another one. I'll play heal. And then I'm going to play a tie.
Okay.
To heal. We finally get to pay out that Climax. Nice. We did it. Okay, so the Remis are bigger, so I'm going to play them. Actually, there's consideration for... Oh, actually, no, the tie will just tie. Okay, I can't. I would have to have these here.
Well, even these right now are just tying, right? Or do
one
they
of
gain
them,
power?
one of them can get power, get over,
Right,
right?
right.
Okay. Okay, so let's think about some damage numbers. Ping 1, and swing for 3. So I'm most likely going to front here, front, and then probably front or side, depending on how the damage is, because he is a level 2, so I have the option of siding for 1. Do I want to swing with a 2 soul beater here ever? I think not. I think I want to go for 3s more. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to assign some 500 power to this Remi. Then play a 1k1.
Alright, please don't kill me.
Okay, I am going to front Climax combo on attack with the Climax, pay 1, and discard this particular Saya. And then if I do, burn my opponent 1 twice. And then trigger, and that's for 3.
Alright, so power is on that one, right?
So that's powers on that one, yeah.
I think I will go with the free fresh here.
Okay.
So we're gonna pay 3 stock, use the free fresh.
Not reverse quite yet.
And we're gonna see where we go from here. So yeah, I'm okay with using the free fresh counter here to pay that stock because our late game is very stock light. Being able to basically get restands for 2 stock. Every time you're attacking, you're getting 1, and then you're paying 2, and then you're gaining 1 and then paying 2. So you don't have to have a lot to start with. All right, we're into uncharted territory now.
Here you are.
For 3.
So that's for 3.
1, 2. Oh boy, 3.
Oh, that's looking real good for me. Okay, I am reversed though. Next, I am going to front with my tie. I am lower, and that's for 4.
Seeing a trigger there. I'm just dead.
Oh,
anyways.
he's just dead. He just took it.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, the Marshall finisher is super stock efficient, so he would have been able to, even with just 3 stock, attack as many times as he has cancels. So
yeah. So one thing about the Mashiro combo though is that you do want to have the flexibility between going for 1 or 2 copies depending on what damage range your opponent is at, because her ability does require your opponent to cancel. So like ideally, let's say Mike was at like 3-3, right, and then he had like open lane. So if he's at 3-3, every time this directs for 4, it's going to be lethal. So either her ability's going off or your opponent's dead, right?
Exactly.
But if your opponent is at like 3-0, like Mike is right now, then you might want to prepare 2, because if one of the attacks ends up sticking, the other one now has chances to try to get her attack.
and every single one of that is lethal. So as long as you have the resources to spring out another attacker, you just need one to stick, and then your opponent's dead.
And then ideally, you would like to, let's say just as an example scenario, let's say you were at 3-3. So let's say you have like all 3 of these in your waiting room, right? And then you direct and it cancels, she goes to memory, you bring out the next one, you attack, it cancels, she goes to memory, you bring out the next one, you attack, she cancels, and then you just keep doing that over and over again, and then even after that one, you can go into like say another level 3.
Exactly.
And then you just keep swinging.
Yeah. And all this for the low cost of barely any stock.
Yeah, you can actually pull off the entire full string of attacks with only 2 starting stock at the start of
which
the
is
phase.
so efficient. Yeah, quite lethal. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Randall hit off the Marshall combo, but you know, these are both very offensive combos. Chances are someone's probably going to die. But unfortunately for Randall, it wasn't his turn. But hopefully we can see it in our next game. But until then, this has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa Collectibles channel, and we'll see you guys in the next BanG video.
See you guys around.